Good morning, welcome back to another video. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to call today's ride a pre-race ride or a post-race recovery ride. Raced yesterday, easy ride today, and then racing again tomorrow and Sunday. But either way, one thing's for sure, it's another day of sun. Actually, it's not sunny today. For the first time in about a week, we've got overcast. It is still like 20 degrees though.
When you left, it was cold. Said we loved one another. Guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer. Our love was out of control. I've been going crazy.
I've got the cafe jersey on today. Reminiscing over that one time I decided to be a climber for a day. Kind of the regular schedule today of a 1 hour ride, one and a half hour ride. Pretty steady, but with a few openers, a bit of tempo, just to hopefully go into this weekend as fresh as possible. Like, it would be nice to get a result this weekend, and I hope I do. I'm going to do everything, like try everything I can to do so. But this race is more of like a training race. Like I pretty much trained through it. Had quite a hard week this week of training, so I'm gonna be a little bit fatigued anyway. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm looking forward to it. The last two times I've done this race, I finished I think 7th and 8th on overall. To finish both times in the top 10, so yeah, of course I wanna do better than that this year. Okay, so I just finished. I've just done a 10-minute block at tempo, and feeling a little bit sore, a little bit fatigued, a little bit tired. So like, normally for these pre-race rides I do about an hour and a half. For today, I'm just gonna do an hour. I'm just gonna keep it down to an hour. Still do my effort. Still do a few openers. Still, you know, do a couple of sprints or whatever. But just bring that time down to like an hour. Effort's done. Now time for the most important part of any pre-race ride. Horseflies everywhere. I guess that's my own fault though for walking the dogs in a field next to a river. 1 hour ride today, done and dusted with a few efforts and a couple of sprints. Quick stop at the cafe on the way home just for a bit of morale, and also to work on the tan lines, which I think are coming on nicely now. It's just about resting up now ahead of tomorrow, ahead of the race this weekend. Someone said in the comment section yesterday that they prefer to see the dogs in the video more than they prefer to see me. So I mean, I can't even argue with that. I would probably prefer to see the same also. Sam, you really probably shouldn't eat grass, and I don't think it's good for you, Sam. I don't think you should do that. No, Sam, no. Even after an hour of running around in a field, he still pulls on the lead. Just giving my bike its usual pre-race clean. The chain, like, there's absolutely zero traction on that chain right now, and the Campag is that clean. I reckon it could look brand new. Which actually is a nice segue into the next part of today's video. Campag versus Shimano. I saw a question in my video yesterday, and that was someone asking me, how am I getting on with Campag? Do I recommend it? Do I prefer it over to my Shimano? So I thought I would include a quick segment in the vlog today, talking about my experience so far with Campag. Now I'm going to try and do this in a way that doesn't make it sound biased. Obviously my bike this year was provided to me by our sponsors, and one of those sponsors being Campag. Now the main difference between Campag and Shimano is the downshift. Rather than the STI integrated system on the Shimano levers, with Campag you use your thumbs to downshift into a smaller gear. And I think, like, not to overcomplicate this, the long and short of it is, if you go from using one component brand to another brand, like you just get used to it. I mean, it didn't take me long at all to remember that to upshift, I use the outside, and then to downshift I use the thumb shifters. Maybe like after a week or about 10 hours of riding, I was subconsciously changing how I should change with a Campag group set. So yeah, from that aspect I would say that it really doesn't matter whether you're riding Shimano, Campag or SRAM. As you are using the system, you will get used to it. Now historically with Campag, the gear changes are a lot louder, they're a lot, I guess, clunkier. Like, you know if you shift down a gear from the 12 to the 11, like, you know that you're in the 11 because you can hear it. Whereas Shimano is allegedly a little bit quieter. And I guess, yeah, if you like that, if you like to hear that you're in the gear, if you like to know that you've gone down a gear, then Campag's brilliant. Some people like a quieter gear change. Then the answer is Shimano. One criticism that I would have with the Campag is when you're in the drops sprinting, if you want to change gear, it can often be quite hard. You can try and like get your thumbs up to get onto that the thumb shifters, but often I find when I'm sprinting, I try to shift down. I often shift down more than one gear because you use your thumb, like as you're sprinting, you're trying to press down and you don't want to click down too far, that you click down more than one gear, because like one full like sort of thumb press is like 3 or 4 gears. The solution for this that I found personally when I'm sprinting is that to be in the gear that you're going to sprint in before you start sprinting, rather than start to wind up your sprint and decide you want to drop down a couple of gears. Be in that gear already. Obviously this takes a little bit of preparation, a little bit of practice and a little bit of skill, but from speaking to other people and other teams that ride a Campag group set, that seems to be what you do. I mean, from an aesthetics point of view, the Campag looks absolutely immaculate. It looks amazing. I love like the carbon finish to it. It just looks so aesthetically pleasing. With our 2018 team bikes, they were supplied with mechanical Campag chorus. It would be interesting to try an electronic group set. I've never ever ridden an electronic group set, whether that be SRAM ETAP Di2 or the Campag EPS. I would like to try the EPS, especially like in a sprint sort of style scenario, just to see like how they react to downshifting, how accurate they are, and how reliable it is. So yeah, to conclude all that, I rate the Campag group set. If you want to try Campag, try Campag. And I've probably just said Campag about 50 million times. That's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching.